This is Monday before the big TEDx event tomorrow at school. We're in mid-rehearsal. As you can see, we've got everything lined up. Very, very exciting. Been a really big buzz about school today. This evening's all about rehearsal, getting it right. Just fourth time at the school that we're doing TEDx, and really happy about all the preparation. And there's going to be a lovely day at Ish tomorrow. It looks like everybody's on track. They've done all the sound. It looks like just on my bit, and heard a lovely song. Good preparation for the speakers. Always nervous at the beginning of it, but we just know that we're going to kick it off and we're going to nail it. It's going to be a fantastic day. We've done it before, but every year we want to make it better. So I think that's the key this year. We've got a great title, Infinitely Curious. Got great speakers, so we're looking for a big event on the day.
I think he was here before. Maybe I missed him. We have Bronwyn that she's up now.
I'm the Master of Ceremonies, so I'm going to be introducing with my co-host Louiis Buijs. I'm going to be introducing all the speakers and giving some backstory about what their talk is about or who they are. I found it initially very intimidating, but I've learned to love it a lot. I also really enjoyed getting to know my co-host better and just learning more about things.
Biking to school in the morning, I listen to a lot of podcasts from TED Talks, and I've just been very interested in it for a long time, and so when this came up I was like, you know what, I'm interested, so I applied.
Because they're improvising, so they do 10 or 15 minutes of music.
Yeah.
And if there's still more time that they need, we can do an old song. But that might be a little bit more spontaneous sounding.
I suggest if necessary, repeat the first one again.
Yeah, you can keep repeating because people will walk in the room and
Okay.
a lot of people won't have heard the beginning.
Okay.
I wrote the song, Sarah's backup singer, Leon's playing the piano. So basically the song's about love and personal feelings you go through breakups, and like it talks about not letting the girl go and her holding on and holding on to her.
I'll never let you go. I'll never let you go. I will never.
It's the first time I'm performing in front of people live. I just hope I don't get a nervous breakdown, but yeah.
It took me a lot of writing and rewriting because initially I really wanted to cover a mix of filmmaking and lucid dreaming and how they mix together in my life. I was practicing my talk on the way here. I'm definitely nervous, but it's a mix of nervous excitement, and it's like the thrill before you go on stage, and I really enjoy that. I used to do drama. But that's not always the case. Some people are naturally hardwired to have them. I bet there's a few people watching right now that have naturally occurring lucid dreams.
I designed and programmed
It's really different than giving a talk in other situations because it actually feels like a real performance instead of just the scientific presentations I'm used to. The stress level will go up a bit before the talk, but I think that's a good thing. No, like healthy stress, we would call gezonde spanning in Dutch, we would say.
And I said, sure. So I gave him the headset. He got the
It's great. I think the preparations are very nicely done. I'm impressed about all the people from the Ish, how they help, and there's helping hands everywhere. Yeah, it's also a lot of fun that it's very international. I first wrote a short story and I sent it to, we got a coach and I sent it to him and he liked it. And then I made a few adjustments and I think it took me about 2 weeks to write it down and then I started practicing in front of a mirror.
I get to help the speakers make sense in their TEDx talks. I help them with the content and the form and the presentation of their talks. I started this time with a workshop of about an hour and a half long where we had all the speakers work on really defining their idea worth spreading. And once we got that, then we started working on individual sessions. And when we came to the individual sessions, there were about 3 of those per speaker, about an hour and a half long each of those. And we spent a lot of time refining that idea we're spreading, figuring out where we're going, what's the end of the talk, what do you want to have happen at the end, and then finding all the most engaging ways that we can talk about the thing that they're talking about.
This instrument that we play, it's called guzheng. It's a traditional Chinese instrument. How we play, we need to put kind of like a fake nail on your hand. You have to use tape to stick on your hand, and you can play it by that. Otherwise, you can hurt your finger. And it has 21 strings. You can press the left side to add some more notes on it, because they only have 5 notes.
It's an English folk song called Green Sleeves, and we combine with Chinese traditional music with 2 guzheng and piano, oboe, and flute.
really important thing for us is that we include 2 really basic elements. One is original material by our students, material they have composed themselves, arranged themselves, and really created or written the words and the music for. And on the other hand, that they take responsibility for leading and for organizing themselves. And I think that this is what we've achieved today.
This has been a valuable and very useful, interesting experience. It's always quite difficult to put complex ideas into a way which a broad public, lots of different people of all ages and different backgrounds can understand. And also what you're trying to do in just 10 minutes is put a huge amount of stuff into a very short space of time. And so to do that, you have to be quite exact with the story, the words that you use, and also the details that you choose to include and not include.
It took us many months to think about ideas, to put everything together, to create the poster, the trailer, the workshops, to interview speakers. Luckily, everything went very smoothly and very successfully, thanks to all the people that came together and helped me with that.
And thank you all. Have a nice and pleasant day.